Okay, let's start. Yesterday, okay, yesterday we started the topic organizing data. In this, we saw first example was very easy, in which we are asking only out of 5 subjects that which is your favorite one. So student easily told those 4 subjects and we made the table like this. So in this case, it was very easy to have individual subjects in the first column. But in second case of grouping, we found there was an issue. What was the issue? We found, sir, till now you have given till lecture 1 of data handling. No. Yes, beta Joel. Actually, I'm telling you from today onwards, we will be using these Zoom classes as our main classwork. Okay. We will deal it. Suppose we are in classroom. Okay. I will tell you what to write, what not to write. Okay. Still, you can use your own mind and whatever you find useful, you can write in your classwork copy. If I miss something. Okay. Let's see. So in this case, we gathered 60 students marks in a particular subject. In this case, if I make numbers like this 21, 10, 30, 22, 33, so it will be a long list in that case, which is not useful to make and or not beneficial, not advisable. So what we did is in these cases where we have a lot of values or large number of values, we go for grouping of data. So while grouping, we need to understand which classes we will take. Wait, let me remove this. While grouping, we have to understand how to make the groups. We will find that in the given values, minimum values are like 5, 7, and maximum values are 50. So we can start making the groups from 0 to 10. So all the students who have got marks from 0, then 0 to 9 will be coming in this first group. In second group, Yuvraj, beta, what happened? Any issue? Yuvraj? Beta, Yuvraj, any issue? Okay, see, the first group is 0 to 10, second group is 10 to 20, third is 20 to 30, then 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and finally 50 to 60. Gursharan, again you are switching on your video. Don't touch your mobile phone. Just use a pen and pencil if you are having for rough work. Now we will start one by one and start counting the marks. 21 will come in this group. As I've told you, it is between 20 to 30. So first telemark is like this. Then 10 will come in this group. I told you yesterday, we have to see these values. If 10 will come, 10 will not come in this one, but this one. If 20 comes, 20 will come in this one. If 30 comes, 30 will come in this one. Now, next value is 30. Please answer in which class it will come. In which class it will come? 30. 30 to 40. Better you can take 1 to 10 also, but we want to take equal intervals. That is why I'm taking 0 to 10. Okay. Now, so 30 will come in this one. Now, 22 will come in this one. 33 will come in this class. 5 will come in first class. 37 will come in this class interval. 12 will come in this one. 25 will come in this one. 42 here. 15 in this interval. 39 in this interval. 26 in this one. 32. Now we have reached 4. So the fifth one will be like this. Then we have 18. 18 will come in this class interval. 27 in this class interval. 28, 19, 29, 35, then we have 31, 24 will come in this one, 36 in this one, 18 in this one. So similar way we can mark all the numbers. Where is the chat window? 1 second. Okay. So we have to do this as classwork. Yes, beta, this is your classwork only. Video will be there on my YouTube channel also. You can see from there and then you can write the classwork. Okay. Now see. So after making this, you will form a table like this, in which you will count these lines. So this is 2, frequency came as 2. This is 5 plus 5, 10. 5 plus 5, 10, plus 15, plus 20, plus 1, 21. Similarly, this is 15 plus 4, 19. 5 plus 2, 7, and finally 1 in this group. So you can check also the total is coming as 60. That is number of students. So we are doing it correctly. If this was not 60 but 59, then it means we have missed some values. Okay. I hope you got till this point. Please type. I have a question about the problem we solved yesterday. Okay, Jishan, I will ask again. Okay, wait. Harshul got it. Parth saying okay. Rohit got it. Okay. Hiteshri got it. Good, beta. Okay, so almost all of you got it. So let's see further what we learn from grouping. Now let us understand what do we mean by this. This is known as class interval. These are your classes. So in this classes 0 to 10, we take the first value as lower limit. We call this lower value as lower limit and this higher value as upper limit. Aditya Agarwal, your video is on. So in any class, we take the first value as lower limit and the next value as upper limit. So please tell me what is lower limit in this one and upper limit in this one. Kindly help. In the class interval 40 to 50, what is the lower limit and what is the upper limit? You can type LL and UL. Okay, lower limit is 40, good, and upper limit is 50. Almost all of you understood this. So whenever we form a class interval, there is a lower limit and there is a upper limit. Okay, good. What else we can find from here? We can find class width. So what is class width? If we have an interval 0 to 10, we have to do upper limit minus lower limit to find the class width. That is equal to 10 minus 0, which is 10. Similarly, you tell me what is class width of class 50 to 60. Please tell me what is class width of class interval 50 to 60. Yes, it is also upper limit minus lower limit. Jishan, it is not 1 beta, it is 10. We have to do upper limit minus lower limit to find the class width. So in this case, class width is given by upper limit minus lower limit, that is 60 minus 50 equal to 10. So we can see the class width is same in all the intervals, and that is why Yuvraj, you were saying, na, sir, why we are not taking 1 to 10? Because we want to make class width equal. We want to make class intervals of same width in this question. Okay. Now, I think we have covered all the things about this. We have covered this lower limit. We have covered this upper class limit. We have covered class interval, and we have covered width or size. So we have understood all the 4 parameters which are used in a grouped frequency distribution. We call such distribution as grouped frequency distribution. Okay, here we use groups instead of single values. Here we use groups or class intervals instead of single values. So it is known as grouped frequency distribution. Okay, you can see data represented in this manner is said to be grouped, and distribution obtained is called grouped frequency distribution. Okay, now let's see these bar graphs. It is the same example that we have seen in the above question. These were the group intervals that we have formed, and these were the students, those who were lying in these intervals. Now, if you want to make a graph of this, what will you do? First of all, tell me amongst class interval and frequency, which you will take as x-axis and which you will take as y-axis. Please help. Let me make it for you like this. Okay, please answer. Joel is saying, sir, this classwork we need to note down from Zoom playlist, or you will provide it as lecture too. No, beta, you can note from Zoom playlist only. No issue. Okay, you can note from Zoom playlist only. Okay, Harshal is saying down one x and upper one as y. Good, beta. Good. We will take class interval as x-axis and number of student as y-axis. Good. Vivek is saying same thing. Good, Kriti. Upper as y. Okay. Now see, what I am saying is we name it as x-axis, we name it as y-axis. Now we have to decide what will come on this axis and what will come on this axis. We try to take constant things. We try to take constant things on x-axis and we take variable things on y-axis. So you can understand what is fixed. These intervals are fixed. They will never change. So we will take these intervals on x-axis. So we'll write over here marks of students. First group is 0 to 10. Second group is 10 to 20. Third group is 20 to 30. Fourth group is 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 60. Till now, is it clear? Please mention. Sir, there is no gap in graph. Yes, beta, no gap is there because it is a continuous graph. Okay. Again, I am repeating, we have taken marks of students or these intervals on the x-axis. Please see again. As these are continuous, you can see after 10, 10 is there. There is no gap at all. That is why I have drawn graph like this. Now we will take the number of students on y-axis. So we can take as this graph only. You can take as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 22. But while I'm explaining it, please don't type anything because it distracts mind. Sir, it is a histogram. That histogram will come in course, don't worry. We are taking it as a bar only right now. Okay, yes, it is that only, but we will take it later on. Is it important to have a scale in bar graph? Yes, beta, it is important. I will mention, wait. Now see, so we can say on x-axis we have taken scale is 1 unit is equal to 10 marks. On y-axis we have taken 1 unit. Khushi, your video is on. 1 unit is equal to 2 students. Now we will understand what are the values. In the first interval there are 2 students. So what will we do? in this interval 0 to 10, there are 2 students, so we will make a bar like this. First bar is like this. Second interval is 10 to 20, there are 10 students, so we can make like this using scale and pencil. Second bar. Third is 20 to 30, there are 21 students, so you can make like this till this point, because 21 lie between 20 and 22, somewhere here. You have to use scale for this. I'm not having scale right now, so I'm using, making it roughly only. Like this, your bar will come for that. Okay. Then we have 30 to 40, 19 students. So it will come like this. I hope you are getting this. Please confirm. Are you getting this? Sir, I can't see the screen, Prithu is saying. Beta Prithu, check your connection. Good, Divansh, Kriti, Aryan. Okay, very good, beta. Yashna is saying okay, good. Parth is saying good, okay. Now I will change the scale of the question to give you an idea how the scale works. Okay. I think it is clear to everyone. So let me change the scale for you. Now see, in this question, we took the number of student scale as 2. You can see I have taken the scale as 1 unit equal to 2 student. You can take the scale as 1 student or as 1 student or 5 student, whatever you want. It depends on you, how you choose the scale. Okay, so let's see that also. 1 second, let me erase this. Erase that. 1 second. You can find all these things in the lecture. You can pause in YouTube and you will find all these things easily. Don't worry for that. Harshul, your video is on. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Let me draw it one more time. This time, suppose what happened to it? One second. Okay. So this time I'm taking a different scale. On y-axis, suppose I take, let me see the values. Values are 2, 10, 21, 19, 7, and 1. If I take 5 as scale, it would be a little bit difficult for me to mark the values. Let's see. So this will be same as last time. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. This time I'm taking number of student as 1 unit equal to 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Let's start. So now we know in the scale 0 to 10 is 2 students are there. So if it is 5, 2 will lie somewhere here. So you can see it is a little bit difficult for me to mark it now. That is why it is always said to take a scale which help you to mark the points easily. Second value is 10 to 20, there are 10 students. So it is easy for me to mark. Let's make it like this. Third is 21 students in the third group. 21 will be somewhere here. If you use graph paper, there we already have lines that will help you to find these values. The fourth value is 30 to 40, 19, somewhere just below 20. Like this. Similarly, the next is 40 to 50, there are 7 students. It will be between 5 and 7, somewhere here. That is why we should see the values and we should choose the scale accordingly. Okay, please see. Are you able to understand this? Sir, can we take scale as 4? Yes, beta, you can take any scale as per your choice, but it should be a easy scale. Okay. In this case, I took 5. I found many difficulties when I had values like 19, values like 21. That is why we should choose a scale which is easy for us. So the scale used by the NCERT is the best scale for this question. That is 1 unit equal to 2. Okay. I hope all of you got this. Now let's move to the next topic. Sir, is it important that limit on x-axis will always be 10? Yashna, you can take it as 5 also, but in that case, it will become like this. So suppose you take 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. In that case, what will happen? The bar will be of this much width. In that case, it is possible, no issue. Then this will be of this much width, this much width. As per your scale, your graph will change. That doesn't mean it is wrong. You are just following a different scale. That's it. Okay. Don't confuse for that, Yashna. Okay. I hope the concept of scale is a little bit clear to you. When we do the questions of exercise, it will be more clear to you. Okay. Now, let's see the next example. Where is the chat window? Okay. So I'm saying network problem. Okay. Now, there are some cases where we have starting values from these intervals. Suppose you have intervals like these: 0 to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And the starting value you are having is from this place. In that case, what happens? This portion is wasted. In some tables, these values are not used, but these are used. So what we do, we go for this kink. What is this kink? We remove this region to save the page and we make it like this. This shows that we have folded the region. Okay. And we start with the values like 40, 50, 60. So we get the value directly from here and we save the page that we are having. I hope you are able to understand the use of kink. We call it kink. Do you want me to repeat this or you got this? Darpan got it. Good. Path is saying to repeat. Harshul got. Okay, so Suhani also got it. So most of you got it. Let me repeat it. Hiteshri is saying. Okay, see. Hiteshri, in some questions what happens? We have starting values from, suppose the interval was like this. Question was 20 to 25. There are 4 values. Then 25 to 30, 5 values. Then we have 30 to 35, 6 values, and so on. Let's see. In this case, if you draw the graph, let me erase it, it will be confusing for you. One second. Okay. First of all, we need to decide the scale. We will take scale as 5. I think that would be the most convenient one. So I will make it 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So scale on x-axis is 5 units. And on y-axis, we will take scale as, I think, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you will see the first value is 20 to 25 is 4. So this one is 4, like this. And next is 5, this one. And the next one is 6, that is this one. So Hiteshri, I hope you are able to understand this portion is not being used. So we could have saved this much page of the register or the graph paper by using the kink. Sir, can we use the kink in between? No, beta Dev. We have to use kink only in the starting, not in between. Hiteshri, are you able to understand why we use kink? Because some portion of the graph is being wasted. So what we do, we actually push the x-axis. We actually push it. Whenever we push something, we have some folds. So when you push it, it becomes like this. This kink will come. So this complete value is inside this kink. And then we have starting with 20, 25, 30, 35. So in this way, we are able to save the space. Okay. Are you all able to understand this? Why we use kink? Please answer. Are you able to understand why we use kink? Hitesh is okay. Shiv Chanda got. Harshul also got this. Okay. If you are still having any issue, why we use kink, you can watch the video again on the YouTube channel in that link only, which I have provided you yesterday. Joel, don't worry. We will do some questions in which this will be repeated again. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see some questions over here. Question is, how many teachers are of age 45 years or more, but less than 50 years? Please answer this question. Seeing the graph, please answer. How many teachers are of age 45 years or more, but less than 50 years? Five. Okay, Sarthak is saying 2. 5 teacher Jishan is saying. Let us check. It is asking how many are of age 45 years or more. So 45 years is here. You can see 5 is there and less than 50. So both are covered. So answer is 5. Okay. Similarly, let's see how many teachers are of age less than 35 years. Please answer this. How many are less than 35 years? 15 by Aryan. Parth is saying 15. Okay. Harshul is saying 15. Some are saying 6. Most of you are saying 15 now. Okay. Hiteshri is saying 6. Okay. Prachi is saying 15. Purnima Nigam 15. Now let us check. It is saying how many teachers are age less than 35. So we can say 30 also come in this group. 25 also come in this group. 20 also come in, because they all are less than 35. So we have to see this is 35 group. So less than this all will come. So we have 6 plus 5, 11 plus 4, 15. So we have 15 people whose age is less than 35. I hope you got this now. I hope you got this. One second, let me open the chat window. Okay, good, beta. Now 3 minutes are left. Please open your videos